Are you ready to get your ex back? Are you genuinely, truly ready? Let me know in the YouTube comments if you honestly believe you are ready to get your ex back. I'm Vincent Boss, and today's podcast is going to be of a different style and pace to what many of you would have heard on my channel before. I have to vary my content every now and again. If this becomes too comfortable for you, then you become too comfortable and possibly complacent in your challenge and your aim and your goal of finding happiness. Now, I don't mind if you get your ex back or not, as long as you find true happiness. So if you don't get your ex back, that you find somebody even better. If your aim is to try to get your ex back, then you need to be ready to try and get your ex back. Some of you are motivated by the carrot and some of you are motivated by the stick. And I need to change things up every now and again so you don't know what's coming and you don't realise what is about to happen. You need to be on your toes and you need to be ready. If my content always sounds the same, just as everybody else's on YouTube and other podcasting platforms, then you will become naturally comfortable and complacent. You need to be motivated, you need to be ready, and you need to be moving forward. Now answer me this question. Why aren't you getting enough sleep? Why aren't you eating healthier? Why aren't you getting enough exercise? These are things that you can control. We can only control the controllables, but why aren't you doing that? Be honest with yourself. If you do these things correctly, then you will increase the chance of you becoming not only a healthier person, but somebody who looks more physically attractive, because that is the byproduct of a healthy life. Why aren't you pushing forward in your career? Why aren't you trying to improve your work life? Whether or not you work for a company that you want to, you should be aiming for doing the best that you can. Can you improve in what you are currently doing at work? Could you start your own business? Do you need further education to move up the ladder? Why are you stagnating? Let me know in the YouTube comments what you are doing to further your work prospects, to further your career. You should be moving forward. Nothing should be stagnating. If you are stopping, then in essence you are going backwards. Why aren't you learning a new creative skill? Nobody is perfect. I'm certainly not perfect, and guess what? Neither are you. Sometimes we need to look in the mirror. It's important to take accountability. I'm not asking you to beat yourself up, and if you are a dumpee, you probably have gone through a very difficult time. But here's something for you to understand. Your ex, the dumper, had a decision, and the decision they made was that this relationship that they was in with you was not working for them. We must accept this, we must take accountability, we must understand that they are not the bad guy, they are not the bad girl, they are not the bad person for deciding they want to move forward in a different direction. This is their choice. They believe to find fulfillment, they must take things in a different direction. Now, I'm not asking yourself to beat yourself up time and time again, but what I am saying is look in the mirror, take accountability, and understand where you're at. Once you truly, honestly understand where you're at, where your shortcomings are, and what you need to improve, at that stage you can forgive yourself and move forward. Because here's something you might not realize. Not only do you need to look in the mirror, but your ex does as well. None of us are perfect. We're all human beings. But for you to be ready to get your ex back, firstly, you must take accountability. You must look and consider, why has my ex decided that I'm no longer the person for them? Now, if you can try to figure this reason out, and if you believe you've understood this correctly, you can then decide if this is something that you A, can change, and B, want to change. Maybe the reason the relationship ended is because your ex wanted to travel and you don't. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to become somebody who wants to go around the world. That is your lifestyle that you want. In that instance, you would have come to a conclusion by taking accountability of why this has happened and decided that you were not right for each other. And that's absolutely fine. If you look in the mirror and realise that you were dumped because you were too needy, jealous or possessive, then these are things that you can improve upon. And maybe you want to consider speaking with a professional to really get to the bottom of why you behave in these ways and to try and evolve your behaviour into something more healthy and sustainable. I provide audio coaching to help people in all situations. I speak to people who are still in relationships. I speak to people who've been dumped. I speak to dumpers themselves. I can help you move forward in various ways and try to get towards ultimate happiness and satisfaction. You may not get your ex back, but I believe I can push you forward into a position where if you don't get them back, you will be more likely to find somebody even better because you are a version 2.0 of yourself. So let's cut the BS. What version are you? You know, at the time of a breakup, you were version 1. Are you still version 1? Have you actually regressed? Are you version 0.5? You need to be pushing forward. Why aren't you trying to better yourself? Why aren't you trying to move forward in every single direction? Why are you sitting at home, gazing around, thinking that something magically is going to work for you here? If you use my version of a no contact rule, then the distance between you and your ex will naturally grow intrigue between your ex and yourself. But if and when they contact you, if you haven't improved, why on earth will they want to reconnect? My version of a no contact rule is not enough. You can't be sitting at home twiddling your fingers. You know, you need to be doing something. You need to be living your life. You need to be moving forward, and you need to be communicating effectively with new people to improve your standing, not only with others, but with your ex if you hear from them again. So this isn't going to be one of these podcasts where I'm patting you on the back unless you truly deserve it. Be honest with me. Type in the YouTube comments. What have you done to improve your situation? Yes, you are heartbroken. Well, that doesn't mean you should be sitting around forever. You need to be pushing forward. I always say in my videos, on my podcasts, if you are stuck in a dark tunnel, a bleak, scary tunnel, if you stand there, if you sit down, you're not going to get out the other side. You've got to keep moving forward. You've got to get out the other side by pushing forward. It's not easy, but you have no choice. You can't be blaming your ex for everything. You can't be feeling bitter and angry. Why have they done this? Why would they do that? They've done it because they were not feeling fulfilled. Okay, that is their decision. They feel that their life will be more fulfilled, exciting, and productive outside of your connection. Okay, that is something to take stock of. It doesn't mean you're a bad person, but it means that something wasn't right. There is no point in getting angry and bitter about what your ex has done because they've made their choice when they've looked in their mirror and decided that they are not happy. We can't blame somebody for changing route when they are not happy. But what I'm saying to you is you now need to change route because you are not happy. I believe it was Einstein that said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. You must evolve, you must grow. If you're not moving forward, then in essence, you're moving backwards. So please, cut the BS. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to me, because I certainly won't believe it. Don't try and lie to your friends or family either. Take accountability and understand where you are now and where you are going. You can and will find happiness again. You are not defined by your ex, but your ex is not necessarily the bad person. They are not the bad person in this situation because they ended the relationship. Can you get your ex back? Yes. Does everybody get their ex back? No. But if you do everything right, if you don't get them back, you will find somebody even better because you would grow your attraction net to a size where you're a version 2.0 and you will find better than when you were a version 1, when you originally attracted your ex. So why aren't you learning a new language right now? Why aren't you learning a new creative skill? Why aren't you filling your time productively instead of just sitting at home doing absolutely nothing? Why are you feeling sorry for yourself when the whole world is out there? We have never been more connected with the world. It's never been easier to speak to new people. Why aren't you online dating? Why aren't you speaking to people, even on the free online dating apps? Even if you don't want to meet anybody, you can communicate, you can improve your perishable skills, which if you don't practice them, you will get worse at. Communication skills, flirting skills, dating skills. Speaking to new people will improve and enhance those abilities. If you don't live your life to the full, then why on earth would anybody want to share their life with you? Somebody has a choice to whether they want to be with you or not. If you are constantly unhappy, if you're constantly moody, if you're constantly angry or frustrated with the world, that is not attractive and people will not want to gravitate towards you. You want to be the person at the party that people surround because you glow when you smile and you entertain naturally rather than deliberately. You do not want to be the person who's sitting alone in the corner, looking unhappy, grumbling about everything, and blaming the world for things which is not the world's fault. Live your life to the full, move forward, and stop blaming others. Look in the mirror, take accountability, see where you are, and then forgive yourself. At that stage, no more beating yourself up, instead pushing forward. After this podcast ends, you should be planning what you are going to do to improve yourself. You should be a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday, and becoming a better version tomorrow than you are currently today. Let me know in the YouTube comments what you are going to do to improve yourself. It could be something very, very small, very, very simple. Going on one extra walk a day to improve your health and fitness. Or it could be something much larger. You could be enrolling on a course to gain a qualification, to put yourself in a better position to enhance your work life and your career. Maybe you want to learn a new creative skill. Maybe you want to learn how to change a car tire. It doesn't matter what you want to be learning as long as you are learning something, improving, becoming somebody who is more useful to themselves and others. Do things for you, and the byproduct is other people will find you more important as well. There is no reason why you can't be learning something right now. There is no reason why you can't be improving. There's no reason why you can't be somebody who is more intelligent tomorrow than you are today. We have the world's knowledge at our fingertips. And if you're listening to this podcast, you have access to the internet, and that is the knowledge of the world. So what on earth are you doing sitting around doing nothing? Okay, this has been a change of pace. This is needed. This is necessary. You're getting too comfortable. You're getting too complacent. And that is not attractive. So stop wasting my time and start improving your life now.